How's it going, everyone? Back again with another Nendoroid. I'm just pumping out these Nendoroid videos. So this is of the Kingdom Hearts 2 version of Riku. I have covered Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 3 before, as well as the Kingdom Hearts 1, 2 and 3 versions of Sora. This was a little bit delayed, but I finally have it. So with this KH2 Riku, you can see similar packaging to the KH2 Sora. Black bordering around here. The window is pretty much the same, showing you a nice view of Riku inside. He comes with a Way to the Dawn Keyblade, a letter, and then the bottle as well. That is more useful for Sora actually, so that's okay, it's happened before. And then down on the side you got some pictures of Riku, different poses, and then you got the monogram symbol of Kingdom Hearts theme, which is slightly different from the Kingdom Hearts 3 packaging of the Nendoroids. Same again on the back, more photos in the monogram. Same again on this side with different pictures. Top is same but without the monogram, and then here we go at the bottom. Once you get Riku out of the box, you will have all these option parts and of course the figure itself. So we'll go through the option parts and then the figure. Of course, since it's a Nendoroid, it will come with this basic stand here, plus the neck joint here. So I've already assembled the stand. This just plugs into the back of the figure. I would recommend using the stand with this figure, even though I've got him standing on his own. The hair can get a little bit heavy and then it will topple over. So yeah, recommend using the stand. For the Keyblade, he only comes with this single one. So Way to the Dawn is his Keyblade. Now, he doesn't have a whole bunch of Keyblades in the game so far anyway. So I guess they're going to have to be a bit sparing with him. But this is the only Keyblade that he gets. And this is how it's been sculpted and how it's been painted. They've kind of gone with a more very basic approach, and that's pretty consistent with most of the Nendoroids. I think I prefer a more detailed thing, but like I said, it's a simple thing with Nendoroid, so it's okay as well. It's still got the main key colors going on here, plus the wing and features and everything like that. All of that is here. You can't actually take this bit off. And then this is the charm that it comes with the heartless symbol, and there's no red outline here. So again, simple approach with this Keyblade. But yeah, it's okay. It gets the job done, I suppose. But like I said, Riku doesn't have a whole lot of stuff in the game either. As far as hands go, he's already got 2 open palms attached to him. And then he comes with a pair where he can hold the letter that also comes here, and I'll show you that in a bit. One is going to have the little cuff of the sleeve on there as well. So that's going to be his left hand, and then the right hand is just plain flesh tone. Nothing on there, and then this is positioned like so, and you can slip the letter into either hand or both hands, up to you really. And the other pair of hands that he comes with is to of course hold his Keyblade, so you've got either left or right hand, you choose which one you want, same as the other hands. So you've got the fabric on the left hand and then plain on the right hand. Tiny hands, so try not to lose them. And then Riku only comes with one additional alternate faceplate, which is a little bit disappointing in that it's only a single one. 2 would have been ideal. But for this particular facial expression going on, the features are nice, clean as always. Love the turquoise eyes that Riku has. His eyebrows are really cleanly done as well. But it's just a basic smile. They're really nothing too special to talk about. But it is a nice face either way though. But an additional one would have been even better. And then Riku also comes with the letter or poem that was received by Riku and Sora in Kingdom Hearts 2 in a particular scene. So this is actually written here, and I'll try to read it out. There is a typo, so hopefully you can spot that. And hopefully you can also read it as well. So, thinking of you wherever you are, we pray for our sorrows to end, and hope that our hearts will blend. Now I will step forward to realize this wish. And who knows, starting a new journey may not be so hard, or maybe it has already begun. There are so many worlds, but they share the same sky. One sky, one destiny. Kairi. And that poem also features in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2. So you can slip this into the hands I showed you earlier. And then speaking of hands, you also get an alternate hand for Sora to receive and hold this letter as well. So it's similar kind of position that was Riku's hand, but you will use this for Sora. And then finally, he comes with a bottle, the message in a bottle like this. There's no message in this bottle actually. So this is going to be received at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. And this is supposed to have King Mickey's letter in there as well. So this is just a plain little translucent bottle here with a little cork at the top. Now recall Kingdom Hearts 1 Riku also had parts for Sora as well. So this kind of remains consistent with that, I suppose. But I would prefer if they actually included a couple more parts specifically tying to Riku. And then let's get into the figure. So this is the Kingdom Hearts 2 version of Riku. So just to recap, Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku, and even 1, 2, and 3 Riku, he has pretty drastic changes. You still know it's him, but his hair changes and his clothing tends to change a lot more than, say, Sora's, who I don't think, in my opinion, changes enough. He's way too consistent for me. But Riku definitely does change quite a bit. So in Kingdom Hearts 2, he sports longer hair than he does in Kingdom Hearts 1. Still long in Kingdom Hearts 1, but he's aged up as well. Now he's a teenager in Kingdom Hearts 2. And then, yeah, he has new clothing as well. So he's got the sleeveless top there, you can see in white with the yellow bits on there, with the black vest, you can see underneath, and then his pants in a purple with a lilac sort of pockets going on. And then he has that single left hand covered with the right hand kind of empty like so. And we kind of saw that already with the option hands I was showing you. And then that's kind of finished off with just some sneakers like so. I'm not really a big fan of the sneakers on this particular Riku design, not just the figure, I mean the actual overall design, but they're close to what he has pretty much in his design works anyway. And then go back to his hair actually. So his hair is more of a lilac silvery grayish kind of combo paint, really nicely painted. You got shades all going on throughout it as well, so it's still going to be one of those light colored hair that you want to be careful with and hopefully not get your finger marks all over it. Don't get it dirty basically. It's not as bad as Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku, which is solid white on his crown, but it's still plenty light that you don't want to get this guy dirty. But as I said, he does have longer hair, so you can expect that to hamper some articulation points as well, which is now what we're going to talk about. So for articulation, he can move his head down and then not really looking up that much. It's still okay, you can still see he's looking up, and then he can look left and right. Limbs do pop off sometimes, that's kind of normal for a lot of Nendoroids, but you can see that it's just on a normal peg, which means that his arm can swing all the way up and then back around if you want it to. He's got the twist at the bicep. I'll just show you that here, there, and then we'll plug this back in. So both arms will be the same. He's got the twist there, and then he's got the bend at the elbow there, and then he's got the twist at the wrist, and you can always just take that off, which I'll show you again to swap some hands. He's got a twist at the belly here, and then for his legs he's got a little bit of twist at the hips or the crotch, and then he can kind of move or kick, not really too much before it gets restricted, but it's still an okay cutesy amount, I suppose. He's got the knee bend like so, and then his foot is a little bit restricted. Hopefully you can kind of see how much or how little it kind of moves, just because the cuffs of his pants restrict it quite a lot compared to say Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku, but it is there. So really very basic articulation and pretty similar to most Nendoroids out there. Now when you do want to lift his arm, especially with the keyblade attached, the hair is going to restrict that. You can see it knocks into the arm quite a bit, so if you want to lift it high and you want him to look at the same time, it will just kind of trap it or move it down, so it's going to be a little bit frustrating. Just like the other Nendoroids as well, you're going to have issues where it does detach from the limbs every now and then, so just be careful with that, and because it's tiny, you don't want to lose any parts as you do that. So let's swap parts, and we're going to start with attaching the keyblade hand. So it's going to grab that hand here. It's up to you if you want to attach the hand first or attach the keyblade to the hand and then do it together. Really is up to you. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So there we go. It's got the keyblade attached. I'm leaving it with this face because I think this keyblade looks nicer with this face. There you go. Keyblade makes a big difference to his kind of overall look. Play around with that however you wish. Then we're going to change his hair. So similar to other Nendoroids, pull the cuffs of the hair out there. Be careful with the flicks of his hair. You don't want it to kind of poke your fingers too much, and you don't want to blunt them or damage the tips. That would be a shame if that happens. Then pull off the faceplate there and replace it with the alternate one. Put that in and then replace the hair. There you go. Now you've got Riku smiling. You can probably use the other Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 3 faces as well. I haven't tried them, but they usually typically work anyway with most figures, so it's okay. You should be able to get some extra facial features or expressions by that, but typically Riku only comes with a smiley face, and then this one, there's not really a bunch of expressions with this guy. Now I'm going to bring out Sora so we can use the letter actually, because I think it looks nicer with Sora, but you could use it for either or. So Sora's hand already taken off. Just go attach his hand here, like so, and then just put the letter in, or the poem, into Sora's hand. So Sora's hand is actually slightly different, or slightly more open, and it's more secure in Riku's hand, but there you go. Hopefully it won't fall out. But you can see Sora's now holding Kairi's poem. Now you can change Riku's hands and have him hold the letter if you want, but I thought it looked nicer having Sora do it since he comes with that extra hand here anyway. But that pretty much covers this Riku figure. Now while this is still a cool looking Nendoroid, and most Nendoroids to me are pretty cool looking, I think when it comes to Riku they kind of struggle a bit to give him unique option parts. And here we've got pack-ins for Sora, which Kingdom Hearts 1 Riku also had. I'm okay with that, but at the expense of not having stuff unique to Riku, I would have preferred having an extra alternate faceplate for this Riku, just like I would have preferred another one with Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku as well. So kind of just making him a bit more complete would have just made this overall thing much better. Personally though, I think I prefer the Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku as a design of the Nendoroid. I think that works out better and I had more fun with it. But overall the Sora ones are just way more fun because they have way more diverse option parts. If you like Riku though, just pick whichever one that you think you like the design of most and go with that one. Thank you very much for watching. I will cover the other Nendoroids coming out later on this year and next year as well. Some exciting stuff with Aqua and Axel. But for the time being, may your heart be your guiding key.